On behalf of Malaysian Estate Agents, I want to thank Property Guru because they've invited me. Actually, I took leave to come here now. Those days, agent, I can do anything I want. Nowadays, I can't, being a CEO. Anyway, it's a pleasure to be here and good to see so many of you who are excited about wanting to learn something new. I saw very familiar faces. Some of you have come for the CDP program. And so once again, welcome. Let's see what is the best ideas we can get out of these people. We've got two young gentlemen, one senior citizen together with me, or about to become senior citizen, and another charming lady on my right. So you know all of them. So the subject matter that was given to me was, let's talk about project marketing, because that is the key word in the market today, isn't it? If you want to become rich, go and join project marketing team. Well, it is not a new thing. It happened in 1987 when I joined real estate. I got into project marketing and they said, come and do project marketing, you can make a lot of money. It's not as easy as it sounds. You know, very interestingly, project marketing, if you look at the figures, in 2017, 77,570 units was launched by the developer. That's new units, huh? And out of that, only 25,000 units sold. That means out of 77,000, only 32.6% sold. That means you know how many properties are out there to sell? A lot of units. 2016, they launched 52,000. Only 16,000 sold. So 31.4%. 2015, 58,000 units sold. Launched, only 42% sold. That means there are so many units out there not sold. And then agents say, nothing to sell. Typical of agents, isn't it? Nothing to sell, difficult to sell. Tell me what is not difficult. In 87, when he started, cannot use handphone. Must come back to office and dial one number after the other to reach out. And we used to call hundreds of people a day. Now, no need, database. Wong Yao-Lung said database, press one button, it goes to 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people. So, 87, 97, 2007, things are as difficult as it is. So, difficulty is in anyone's life. Rich people also got difficulty spending the money. Poor people are difficult to earn the money. So, a good example of Joe Lola, he doesn't know how to spend the money now. Anyway, so opportunities are there. These young people, the team here, have done project marketing. You have heard about them just now. So I'll straight away go and throw some questions. Now, Juliana is a lot more on personal sales. So if you got secondary market questions, I think you can direct to her. The rest all are going to talk about project marketing. So maybe I'll start off with my colleague sitting next to me. I know her quite some time. She's $1 million producer. In MIA, we got the annual recognition of those who bring in $1 million in professional fee. She has done it, I think, officially she has done it 2 years. Unofficially, she has been very quiet. So she has done a few $100 million individual building sales. So you don't look at her, she's sitting here wearing tudong, not so gung-ho like all of you, couldn't sell. She's a good saleswoman. She's done very well. She controls a lot in Shah Alam and the Malay market, represented a lot of developers. So tell us, how do you find project marketing?
Thank you, Mr. CEO. I'm younger than him. He started 1987. I started 1989. 2 years younger than him. Okay. Our company started do project marketing from 15 years ago. When your people here, I think not there, but of course Mr. Soma is doing project marketing earlier than me. Okay, doing project marketing is really good for the past many years, but now is quite many competitors in town, because last time only the niche people, niche company were appointed by the developers, not many real estate. The developers are very choosy with the company. If you do the project marketing, of course it's good because it's considered one project. One GDV is about 300 million, 400 million. For us, if in Selangor, the Bumi quota is about 70%. If we covered all 70%, you think how much is for 70% of 400 million? We had that testimonial from developer. Our sales, we done about 300 million, 280 million, all these things. And another good part of project marketing, like Yao Long says, is like farming. It's like farming. You concentrated on one project, your income will be like revolving over and over again. Like there is one building we sold in Shah Alam a few years ago. It's about 60 million for one building, one transaction. Then we helped the owner, the new owner, to rent out that building for 300,000. That is another income for us. Or maybe if you're farming one area, we sold one project, about 70% on the Bumi market, about 280 million. Another business came in for us, which is we can control that area. We can like rent out or do sub-sale. So we just wait for one project or two projects is enough for us. There is a case that we sold that projects. We are exclusive marketing agent for one developer. We are still there. We do over and over again on the transaction. So if for retail or shops, we sold to a first buyer, we get them a tenant. We are quite good in getting a tenant, a corporate tenant. We work a year before they deliver the keys. We get bank to come in. We get the corporate tenant to come in. And it's like it's long-term over and over. That is how we keep our clients.
So you say project marketing is good, lah?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I would like to pose this question to Caleb, sitting on my right-hand side. He's got a banking background, 8 years in real estate. He himself is an investor. He has written a book, and he says the market is getting better and better every year. Sold around $800 million worth of properties over the last 2 years, I believe, 2 years. So for you, what is your winning formula in project marketing?
Thank you, CEO. Okay, this question, immediately one answer struck into my mind is the winning formula. It's to get a winning team together. As you all know, current market, there's a lot of challenges in terms of people stating pricing is getting higher. Yao Long just now shown a picture which is very, very true. It's cluttered with supplies and agents. So to stand out of the market, the formula that I use is I find the right person to be at the right position. For example, niche agents that has specific networks that are always following them. Those are one. The secondly, it's I call it the IT guy, the tech guys. Although I'm young, but I'm not so good in techs. Normal phone, handphone can, no problem, but SEO, Facebook, Pixel, I thought it's the movie Pixel. But when they told me all this, I said that, okay, do you understand it? Yes. Can you get it done? Yes. Okay, get it done. So they have come together and form up this winning team. So together with, of course, the real mindset of an advisor about what properties, the value properties out there. So all this came together. Hence, every year has been a good year.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's it.
I like that. You see, the winning formula is to have a winning team.
Yes.
So once you got a winning team, you don't worry about the market.
The team evolves according to the market demand.
Yeah. I totally agree with you. I'm not denying what you said. I totally agree with you. So let's move on to Patrick on my far left. Patrick has joined real estate 7 years ago. He has been involved in project marketing for the last 4 years. He's a head of project marketing and very cautiously, he told me, we think we have sold around 3,000 units. I said, how much GDV? He was a bit skeptical to give me. It doesn't matter. My question to you is, which marketing platform have you find to be the most productive in terms of project? I think they want to know how do they go out and reach out to the masses to get the sales. So which is your most productive platform?
Okay. First of all, thank you, Mr. Suma. For ours, I think the most powerful platform right now will be the social media and online. Okay, because if you compare with last few years, now one thing is the most challenging part will be the IT information. Information, I would say now in this nowadays the generation is a booming information that speed very fast. Okay, and consumer, they can easily to get all the informations through internet. No matter how they are willing or not, the advertisement that will appear in the social media. Okay, and I think most of us also the same thing is we spending most of the time with our handphones right now, unless we are sleeping. Okay, so for our majority our sales is coming from online marketing, and a big portion from it will be some social media. Yep. Then of course nowadays when you're talking about social media, I know we are also facing another challenge because Facebook, like social media, they keep changing their guideline, their policy, and we need to be more professional. And also we need to manage the social media. Okay, which is it's not like last few years. When we have the money, we spend the money, we can get the result. But nowadays, even if you want to spend the money, but you also cannot get the result. Yeah, so this will be a challenge in this year. But then there's still, if we manage well, there's still the most powerful tools for us. Yeah.
I want to throw this to anyone in the panel. You know, when we hear about social media, we all get excited. When you talk about social media, what exactly are we talking about in terms of project marketing? Well, which aspect of social media are we talking about? Because social media is such a big subject matter. So in your experience, what do you think is the most effective social media platform?
For my side here, social media definitely is Facebook. That's number one. But that is more towards getting the crowd purchases, the Gen-wise. But when lately it has developed into IG, Instagram. So one thing has been developing is the cost per leads. As Patrick said, even we are willing to burn the money, they don't accept it, or it explodes to a height where it touches our ceiling, then we just kill off the ads. But when we move to Instagram, it is like 2 years or 3 years back where we just started Facebook. The leads cost is very good, and it's quite niche where most of the, it's exposed now, but most of the people are still focusing on Facebook. However, now they are allowing us to split our costs, Instagram and Facebook. So that's where we are getting more responses now. So only these two platforms are when I'm referring to social media.
How many of you use Instagram? Okay, so those who do not know what Instagram is all about, you can ask all those who lifted up their hands. Juliana has been a very successful agent. She's also a $1 million producer and recognized by MIA. She's one of the top agents. I still can't forget Juliana speaking at one of the seminars at the MAREC convention. She said, 60% of my leads every year comes from referrals. Did you say that? 60%, and I've been quoting her all over the world. I went to Philippines, I was speaking at Philippines convention. I said, there's a top agent in my country who said 60%. So you remember just now, Sheldon said, they are trying to build trust and relationship. So I was taken aback when he said that, because that's exactly what we are doing as agents. So maybe you can share with us how you can apply those principles of building trust and relationship towards getting referrals, as what Yao Loong shared with us, and if you're doing project marketing, how this can help us.
Thank you, CEO. He is actually my mentor. It was about 20 years ago, okay? I put him as my mentor until today. Okay, talking about the referral, most of my clients actually by referral, 60% of that and 40% is by stranger. Okay, from my experience, I always keep in touch with all my clients. After when I service them, like for sale or either rental, then we were still keeping in touch after 20 years. Can you imagine? Then I didn't know what magic they have done, but I have always remembered them. So it will be introduced one to another again, all by word of mouth. Okay, the way I do my work is different from other agents. So maybe some of the part of the things I've done, I make a lot of efforts to reach out, not only to the person itself and to the family. So when it relates to family, so some of the family that have members and a growing child. The growing child, they have their friends and family, other places or like recommended by friends. So they overheard their parents always talking about Juliana. So when I went to their house, I mingle with them, even from young to old. That is how I keeping the relationship with all of them. And then, okay, the things, for example, there's one thing that I do is that when I look at them, they are quite elderly. Then I would say, if I have rented their property out, then I would tell them, I say, Mr. So-and-so, you don't have to come. I will collect this every 6 months or 12 months post-dated check for them. So the little things that I've done that make myself to remember in their memory. So as when their friends and family talking about property, they always recommend me. So this is how I keeping myself that so-called in their mind. Just that in their mind, I didn't do much, but just that, you know, be a peer. And always, if you look at my Facebook, I am one of the active Facebook fans and also the selfie queen. So you see, whenever I go to any places, I always take selfie or Wi-Fi with every one of them. And this is the part that I actually engage and also closer to each and every one. All right, even for the old one. So this is how I upkeep myself. That's why maybe keeping me for that, just a little thing that I do, then people remember me, I guess. Yes, Mr. Soma?
Okay. Very interesting, you know. Whenever I talk to the top agents in the country, they always talk about building relationship. Many of us deal with clients and then the next day we forget about them. There are clients you meet, but maybe you didn't close a deal. You forget about them, but at the end of the day, they go to another agent and then they do the $1 million deals or the few $100 million deals. I've got another question to all of you, so each one of you can take turn. There are, in this room and in this country, agents who say the market is bad, at least 80-90%. Then quietly, the 5 or 10% says, no, the market is good. What is the difference in the mindset of those who are doing project marketing? I'm referring to the good ones and not so good ones. What is the mindset of a winning real estate negotiator in project marketing? Patrick, probably we can start from you and move onwards towards the right.
Winning mindset. For me, if you're saying when the developer do a planning for a project, okay, nothing's will perfect, but for sure there will have some unique selling point. Okay, so if like ours, the mindset will be we need to find the unique selling point, which is only look at the best one. Okay, and when we found the unique selling points, then we go to our target customer, which is we need to know who customer will appreciate this kind of project or this kind of property. So we go deep into the market, and then should be fine. Because now we need to look into a niche market. It's not the the whole country, what happens, we need to look into the niche market so that we solve the niche market problem. Then we still can get a good sales.
Okay.
Yeah.
Puan Munirah?
Time has changed. Last few years, I only talk to the developer who wants to engage me exclusively and also pre-marketing. We don't do post-marketing. If they come to us on the balance unit, we don't entertain them. But time has changed. I think there is too many stock in the market and not many new launches. So we have to adapt ourselves into that in that situation. But all the time, when I take the products, of course, we look into their USP, we look into their package, we look into their price, and the whole planning. So my work every day, I went around every day. There is a developer called me to have discussion with me. So all day long, every week, every day, I will go around to the developers and discuss how to market, how to rebrand, how to replanning. But the most important, you know who is your target market are. That is very, very important. How to reach your target market, who is your target market. Last few years, it is very easy because I work with developer who works with me from the development stage. We develop the products, we know what we are selling, we know what the market, the end user wants. Then we reach our target market. Once we reach our target market, all these potential buyer, actually our obstacle is only on the first 6 months. How to reach our target market. Once we reach all the target market, we don't have to explain anymore. We just sit down. All these people will start explain to their community. That is very easy. You tell, okay, Munirah is going to associate with this one developer of these products. I reach them all, and they say, oh, Munirah have a good product. That is on credibility because they earn money. They make money through us. But now I live in two era, which is online and offline and online. Which is online is make things easier. Maybe we like brand ourselves, we position ourselves when the offline era. But the positioning is there. Then now is the time that we expose ourselves and get the people to remember us. Like Yao Long talked just now, he has about 5,000 numbers in his handphone. I have 9,000 numbers in my handphone. Okay, so I remember most of them. I remember, then I segregate most of them. So I still keep that numbers kept in in my 3 phones, so I can reach them on these 3 phones, and also I keep the database in the office.
Okay, so that means the secret we learned today is the more numbers you have in a handphone, the more money you make. It's true, guys. First of all, you need to have the names. You don't worry about how you're going to do it. Collect all the 10,000 names, then you sit down and worry about how to use it. So first of all, if you don't have any names, you can't do anything like what both of them have suggested. Okay, before we go to Juliana, I think I'll Caleb, you probably answer on the project marketing side about this question about the mindset of negotiators who say the market is bad while the others are doing well. What do you think makes the agent do well in project marketing?
Right. Thank you, Mr. Soma. For my side here, it will be definitely about one thing, mindset. But the main difference that I've seen, even within my organization, those that are doing well and those that are trying to make it, is they don't have the right expectation. They have the wrong expectation, actually, and they do not have a planning. Why would I say so? Is because a certain location, a certain developer, a certain project has its own unique USPs, has its own unique target markets, where any agents walk in, how much is the call? How much is the price? How much is the package? Okay, can go. And they are basically trying to wall up anyone and come and purchase it. So it's not a specific targeting, where I call it niche clientele to meet a suitable project. So for those that I made it, I always seen, like for example, we are focusing on a certain area in specific Bangsar South. So the crowd that we are pulling in and the database that we are building across the years has enabled us to, should I say, make it easier for the next launch and the next launch. Because the database is there, and the target market is there, and the track record is there. So for other friends, agency that I've known, they are doing outskirts, they are doing very well actually, also very well. But they are targeting in a specific, those that are looking at landed especially. They don't build that anymore here, so they go outskirts. But they are all targeting in terms of some of them they are looking at big square feet, some big car porch, 8 cars, some they're looking at least 6 rooms. So they identify it and they target it to the specific group of purchasers, which they know what are their demand. Hence, I always seen them doing very well. But only those that are not sure about which direction they're heading towards, those are the ones that I always heard market is bad.
Deeper to that, are these people, those who say market is good, they work very hard, are the guys with the long-term goals or the short-term goals, or the ones who come in vice versa?
Actually, all. Shorter goal, longer goals, they are all the hardworking bunch. They are all, as I see, they are all the hardworking bunch, but the only difference is sometimes they want to have their own so-called niche, which is good. Like, for example, companies that I know, they say that, hey, our company is going to focus in this project. And definitely, company won't simply say, why that project? And certain agents or certain groups, they say, we want to have something else. Hence, they have to crawl on their own, where I'm sure the agency, the project sales head, the developers has done their planning. There will be a certain demand, hence launch now. Not next year, not last year. So both bunch, which I monitored them, they are all working very hard. But just, we call it 顺手推舟 in Chinese. Where the money is, you have to go. Where the demand is, you have to go. So that's the difference.
Where the money is, that's where you go. Where the demand is, that's where you go.
Yes.
That's a new thing I learned. Okay. All right, thank you very much. Juliana, as you know, she focused on secondary market. There are also a lot. How many of you here handle secondary market? That's a good number. So what's your advice to them about market is bad? Yeah, they say.
Is it market is bad? No, I can tell you market is still going on. Okay, although overall the economy is bad, it's not the market. There is a market. Property market in Malaysia are still going strong. Why I say that? This is from my experience, all right? I passed through 3 decades of the downturn. And this is the downturns that I face. I do face some challenges as well. But I find that the market for property are still, high in demand. You see, when you walk around in the whole Malaysia or within yourself, you go in and see front, back, left, right, in, down, everywhere is full of property. So there's an opportunity. Okay, for agents, maybe you may face challenges on closing the deal. Why? Mainly is the factors of price. So you got to motivate your owner. You got to motivate your client. Tell them about the market scenario. And you also need to motivate them to probably adjust on the price, or rather, maybe they got to make up a little bit of their premise, of their properties. So this is how you're going to sell. Okay, before you sell any property, you got to sell yourself first. Do you agree with me? You agree or not? If let's say you are healthy, you are happy, you can sell or not. Your client come and see you or not. Yes, I can tell you, we can sell. We can do that. We cannot, I mean, a lot of people told me a lot of bad sign. But I find that after so many years, in these 20 years, I do facing all kinds of challenges. But up to today, okay, for the property, I saw some of them is, for example, lately, I face one problem. That is the price supposed to be 5.8 million. Then it can go up to 8 million. People still buy. Never thought of that. But that's the way. So this convincing power is through the process and see who are your clients. All right, Malaysia property are still cheapest in the Southeast Asia, or I can say in the world. We all agent, we got to package well. We got to package ourselves well to live healthy, to be fit, okay, to be answerable to what your client asks you. Okay, we are the person who drive them around. Don't let them drive you. You drive them out. This is the answer.
Wow.
Please.
Wow, so deep. This one was your one-day seminar, man. How to drive them around. Honestly, you know, when you listen to her, there's so much of things she said. 20 years of experience put in a 3-line or a three-minute talk. There's so much of depth in it. So she said something like, if you're not happy, how do clients buy from you? Simple, You go there with a long face. You had a bad day at home with your wife or with your husband. You go and sell, and you don't have that mood to sell. How can you sell? Simple thing like that. So very interesting. I was at this conference in Manila. 1,000 real estate agents came for this convention. And do you know their convention starts at 9 o'clock in the morning and finishes at 12 o'clock at night for 3 days consecutive. And the 1,000 people are all present. Probably some walks around. Amazing, and the estate agents are all very happy. I tell you, all of them are happy. That's why they enjoy themselves. So I'm just relating to what she said. Okay, now let's come to technology, because Sheldon is looking at me. When is this question going to come? We all talked about technology earlier. How much is technology helping each one of you in your own firm to drive project marketing? And maybe you can be a little bit more specific with regards to portals. How is it helping you?
In regards to technology and portals, definitely Property Guru is one of the places where we will always make our presence known. Because in social media, it's come and go. So it's where Property Guru, it guarantees us we will be searchable. So that is a must. And secondly, is where, as before social media step in, we only do what we call offline marketing, where a lot of hard work and costing is there. But when we transferred to online marketing, it has helped at least by 50% in terms of the clientele coming in, the so-called the new database. And the costing is actually the same with offline marketing on my side. So we just split the cost into half. And the result come in, it doubled. So we keep on chasing the marketings.
Okay. And from your side, Viva Homes?
Okay, technology. So, be honest, we are using the most, our marketing campaigns with most, how do we deliver the message is using the technology. And how technology helping us with this, because now, for me, customer or consumer, the client that won't appreciate they already viewed the advertisement or they won't remember. So I mean, push hard sell and push marketing that will not be efficient right now. And technology, what you're helping us with is there can be a pull marketing, which is when we want to deliver the message and we're using the customer data, we're using the big data, we're using the picture and the cookies we have done before. We send out the message and appeal in a indirectly way, go to the customer. This is how to get a more efficient way for the marketing. Yeah.
On?
Of course, technologies make things easy. We use Property Guru to expose, to advertise our listings. Then that particular listings, it doesn't mean that when we advertise that particular listing, we sold that particular listing. I train my rents under me. That is actually for entice. People call for that, then definitely you have to throw quite a number of answers, then they know what do they want and what is their preference. Then you can divert them to other listings that you have. That is very, very useful, and it proves works for us. Then another thing, of course, a technology like WhatsApp, we have a record that we reach our target market in overseas. We have many Malaysians who work in overseas. We sold our project marketing without seeing them. Definitely is based on our credential, based on our credibility. They make money through us. When we propose to them through WhatsApp, we reach them. Our client as far as South America, Middle Eastern, we have a record that they don't have to see the real property, but we can close the deal over like discussion over the WhatsApp, Telegram, and all those. Then they just transfer the money online. So that is how technology works for us.
This one all looking in amazement. How can you sell without they even looking at the property? We only heard overseas they're doing that. So how do you do it? Maybe give them a little bit more detail as to how you have developed this program of yours where people from overseas put money down without even looking at it. Okay.
When we get one project, I have a very good team in our office, especially I have my daughter, which is graduate from UK, University of Reading. When she came back, she helped me a lot. When we get one project, we don't do hard selling, we do soft selling. If we get that project, she will do a write-up about the projects. The write-up is maybe, if the project is about a neighborhood mall, she will do a lot of write-up about neighborhood mall, about TOD, about the transportations, about the catchment and everything. So get people to understand. And then if we get the engagement, we know get engagement, and then we go to the proper subject property we wanted to sell. Then we get people to interested. Some of them, we convert them to WhatsApp. Some of them, we do a grouping discussion through, via Telegram. So we open a Telegram, and this, the interested buyer will go into Telegram and will discuss upon the Telegram. Then normally, we will get a group purchase or group of people who are interested. Maybe they are away in Oman. Sometimes I got a WhatsApp message from a group of people in Oman. They say they're going for road trip with friends. Munira, please now WhatsApp me the details. Then when we are going for picnic, we can discuss. And then that is how I discuss with them. And then I can kill a few buyers within the time they will discuss, and we give a lot of sorry.
Kill. You kill.
Yeah. So we can yes, that is my term. So we can get a few buyers at one time. Of course, with a good explanation, and you must understand and you must know your product very deep and how to convince them and how to explain to them via the WhatsApp. So I went through as far as like give them a direction, a picture, WhatsApp them what is the view, and of course they will ask the return and everything. You must be very well versed to explain to them and to convince them.
These are all Malaysians, right?
Yes, they are Malaysians.
They are all Malaysians. So that's why when I talk about Shah Alam, they all know about Shah Alam. This is not a South American asking about Shah Alam, okay? It's Malaysians.
Yeah, of course.
So you see, in what she says, there's so much of depth. She has learned over the years how to communicate with locals who are living overseas. And they've got the money, they're not invested, so that's another reach. So how you do this is to develop the principles of marketing, what are the things they would need in order to sell. So that's another way of using technology. Now, Juliana told me something interesting, not only just now, even some months ago while I was talking about, hey, which portal do you use? So I thought it's important for her to say this.
I am very loyal. From day one until now, I think maybe 15 years ago, I'm using only one portal. Guess what portal? It's Property Guru.
Hey.
It's Property Guru. I'm not selling them, but this is really through my heart.
Not a sponsored one, huh?
Oh, no, sponsor. Yeah. Okay, I like Property Guru because of Property Guru make a web page for me, you know, and then very professional. I like that. So I don't want to compare to others, but I'm very focused. I know what I want. I am the person who always like to look nice. And especially when you're in this line, in real estate, we want to project a professionalism where Property Guru give it to me. I want to thank Property Guru. And for this portal, Property Guru, it did lead me to some sale or rental, but not much. Okay, I'm sorry to say that, but it does help me building up my web page. And also whatever I put it in my portal, then people will always call back. Just call back. So I suppose portal is very important, but I think we are more important. Are you agree?
Yes.
All of us. As long as you are in the property sector, property, real estate, if you are in a sales line, you have to be a peer to let people see. People know where you are. All right? People can reach you. When people call you before the 3 times, you must answer the phone. Or you must get back to them immediately. That is the action you got to do. So this is how you keep yourself, is different from others. Thank you.
Okay, so that's about technology. No matter how good the technology is, if we are not in shape, I think it's not going to happen. Again, not sponsored. When first Property Guru came into the market, I have been with them ever since, and I supported them all the way. Not because of anything. I think they try their best to, when we approach them with regards to illegal agents, can you make sure that your advertisements do not have illegal brokers? Only those with the REN number. They complied. Although they can't 100% follow, they complied. We also spoke to the other portals, but they tried, but many of them don't try at all. So in that respect, they support agents, and I personally am appreciative. This is not an MIA endorsement. Personally, I'm very appreciative of what they're doing, and that's why for many years we've been working together. Having said that, they are also trying very hard to embrace the challenges within the technology, the market, where they, just like what you saw just now, the changes in the products, and I was taken aback just now when I saw the mortgage calculator. I think this is a fantastic tool. If you really use it, it's going to help all of you in terms of sales. Okay, moving from here, I wanted to ask this question. We always hear this location. Then somebody launched project in Bukit Beruntung, sold out. Location principle didn't apply. Then you got some project in Bangi. You know, those days, Bangi was a dead town, right? Also sold out. Of course, now it's a big, flourishing town. So location, you hear about pricing, you hear about the product itself, you hear about the developer, and of course, the packaging. Now, if you take these five, which in your individual mind is more important? Who want to kickstart this? If you take this location, price, product, developer, and the packaging, which in your mind would be, okay, the three top things that a project must have to sell? 3 out of the 5.
3 is easier.
Okay.
Top 1 is like, oh, I have to choose, man. I'll start. The top 3 for me is definitely developer, the package, the easy entry.
So developer's number 1.
Developer is number 1 because if the developer knows what they're doing, that's the most important because what they build will have value. Value in terms of the value that the customer needs for own stay, security, convenience, facilities, or another value in terms of future appreciation. So developer is number 1. Secondly will be package. And thanks to the market, the package has been appealing past 1-2 years. It has changed, very good. Thirdly will be, for our side here, will be definitely the bank supporting it, which is out of the 5 actually.
Never mind, okay, it's okay.
Yeah. Easier loan approval, that's the part. The financiers, because as we understand, purchaser, they would like to have their assets. The problem is, as the loan calculator, they only know they are not eligible when they have placed their booking. That's where the real process starts. So we always try to get good advisors, mortgage advisors, to filter them pre-upfront. We tried, but it wasn't always that way. So with this calculator, I think, hey, we just open the portal, ask them to key in. That would be great. It will definitely increase, I would say, the conversion rate. So these 3.
Developer, packaging, and friendly banker.
Yes.
Okay.
And financiers.
Okay, so, Caleb.
Okay, for me...
Patrick.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Soma. Okay, for me, the first will be the product. Because for me, there's the concept of the product is very important. Okay, because there is aim for different target markets. So with a very good positioning of the product, then reasonable price, and then the package. This will be the 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Puan Munira?
Developer, the background of developers and the performance of developers. Absolute price. What is the net price that developer given? Is it commensurate with the product that they're giving? Because nowadays purchasers are very smart. They know how to calculate. They know how much the property worth. It's no point last time some of developers giving like 888. They give so many freebies. It doesn't work now. I always advise developers, it doesn't work now. The purchasers only wants to know how much is the absolute price. To help them to purchase definitely is a rebate. So we as intermediaries, as consultant, we should be able to advise the developer what are the packages suits to the target market. So I think these 3 things.
Okay? All right. Now, non-project marketing, not say non-project marketing as secondary sales, what in your mind are the 3 most important? You also do project sales, but what do you think in your mind is what they want?
I mainly do sub-sale.
Okay.
Okay, I think it's the price. Okay, location are not so important, but it depends on your own database. All right? I'm selling in Subang. I am taking care of UHJ 1. At this point of time, people are still buying and selling. So the challenges is only the pricing. If I can get something cheaper, then I know which are the people that I look for, who are the clients that I'm going to target. So I think mine is the price. And the other one, of course, is the package is the entire talking about the product. And the third one is...
Never mind, you can stick with 2.
Is 2. I think these 2 are most important. You see, when I take care of USJ 1, I'm covering most of it residential, commercial, industrial, and land. So I have all these products. That means you have your listing. Then you know which are the category to look for who is your target market. So this is how I sell my things. So sometimes I don't have to buy signage, but I manage to sell just silently. So at this point in time, I think pricing is one of the main factors in this challenging market.
Okay, there's nothing right or wrong in the answers. Each one of them sees it differently. So you then think as to what they have said and see what best fits your own market. Very interestingly, she said something which caught my mind. She said, I take care of USJ 1. Why did she use that phrase, I take care of USJ 1? Anybody here says, I take care of Subang Jaya, I take care of any place? Anybody here taking care of any area? You know why? It caught me, you know why? She really takes care of USJ 1. Okay, let me just give you insight. Maybe Noritan. She does Gotong Royong. She organizes Gotong Royong every year, correct? To take care of the neighborhood. And the member of parliament is invited to come and help her. How many years already now?
4 years.
4 years, huh? So you thought she's doing this just for the money. Then she told me that day, she's doing painting murals on all the building in USJ 1. You know what's mural or not? They paint the wall. I said, why you want to do this thing? No, I go and tell the customer, you put painting on your building, people all will come here, your value will go up. Because every other building, no mural, they got mural. Like the prison those days? Go mural, isn't it? The painting, that's what I'm talking about. So you see, so when she says, I take care of USJ 1, she actually takes care of USJ 1. And everybody there knows her because she's the one who is responsible for the painting. And she gets volunteers to do it. She doesn't pay herself. So, very interesting, huh?
Yeah, I need
you want to add
elaborate,
something?
Yes.
Go
Elaborate some. This is all for my mind and my thought. And also my dream. This dream was actually 5 years ago. I've been seeing a lot of mural around the town. So it really catches me. Then I started to look for mural artists. But if to engage a mural artist is very expensive. So I couldn't afford, not even the community. So right now, I'm just talking about my area, which is we call it Regalia Business Center. I think some of you all might visited the place. You can see my signages, my banner everywhere, even with my photo on it. So I planted my name. I planted myself into this. I planted my seed into this area. So I started off with this mural because I want the people to be more connected. Why I want that? Because I want people to feel happy. So this one also together to engage all the owner, the tenants, they also can get a networking. Do you agree with me or not? So when you know each other, because there are so many 100 blocks, 100 blocks, if you calculate by per floor, is 400 units. I only take care of the street. I walk around the whole, Regalia all the time, morning and day. So that is where I catches a lot of people attention. So whenever they want to find any property, they will look for me. Even some of the agents who came around, they're scared to put their signboard. It's okay. It's okay. I'm willing to co-broke.
Co-agency.
Co-agency. Yeah, willing to do that. So I told them, I said, anything that you want, you're always welcome. So this is how I started off. I want to invite all of you to go to USJ 1, my second mural with 3 walls. So I have collaborate with Inti College, Inti ICAD. This time we have about 59 students They are all by volunteer. So I have even connected with our JKP, with Jabatan Kuasa Penduduk. I'm also one of the members, squeeze in. So I have a lot of support, even by the MPSJ, by the YB, Adun Subangjaya. So they all come forward to help me to make this a success. So the mural right now is ongoing. It will be another 1 to 2 weeks' time. So I did volunteer to actually SMS all my owner. Then I managed to get about 20,000. So this 20,000 is only for a week, less than a week that I got the money. Why people contribute the money? Because they trust me. So you have to build the trust in ourselves.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, you see, there's such big dimension being an agent. Sometimes we cry what we are doing is such a big thing you can do. Okay, these are the 3 favorite questions from all of you, posted into the pigeonhole. So I caught the pigeon. The pigeon whispered to me, how has technology changed the role of an agent, and how do you infuse PropTech into your day-to-day sales and marketing approach? Very quickly, can we start from Patrick?
Okay, technology make the thing easy, but then we giving much more stress to the agents because the customer can get the information easily. So that for me, the challenge for the agents will be we need to more knowledgeable, informative, and also have to be more professional.
I think we have touched this a little bit earlier, but I think this question is a bit specific. How has it changed the role, technology? We did cover a little bit just now. And how do you infuse PropTech into your day-to-day? I think PropTech, we are referring to the features that you have in your Property Guru, right? Is PropTech, Sheldon, the PropTech is the features you have in your Property Guru? Property technology.
It's quite vast, actually.
Yeah, never mind. What goes into your mind when you hear this question?
PropTech, technology, these two stands alone in terms of how we interact with our clientele. So last time, it has to be a face-to-face meeting up, TT, tea session, coffee, happy hour. Nowadays, we can keep in touch where whenever we meet, definitely the website where Juliana mentioned is a representative of professionalism. So we send to them, we update it constantly. Selfie and Wi-Fi is also another thing, actually, where we show that we are still in the market, we're doing well. So Wi-Fis and selfies, or even Facebook Live, Instagram Live, is very important because whenever we meet a client, we'll encourage, hey, add me. So that helps in a sense of technology. But in terms of PropTech, I use a lot of bricks. The valuation, because whenever to study an area, last time we visit multiple portals and we do our own research. And we call up valuers friends, bankers friends to give us a figure. Today, just click, done. But that also means a lot of work have to be in front of the PC or in front of your handphone. But that has enabled us to gather information faster. But it doesn't change the fundamental role. It fastens the process. Hence, increase the competitiveness. So you have to adopt, or else it's a difficult road. So technology and PropTech all comes hand in hand together. So that's for my side.
Hey, good comments. Juliana?
For my side, I still find that we have to work hand in hand. Technology is one of the in thing now. I think it's also very important part of into our so-called professional. So it's very important also.
Can I add?
Yes, please.
I went through the revolutions of technology. Last time, of course, back to the see face-to-face with client on site, and later part we use the big phone to dial, and after that, that is the biggest handphone in the world. We carry the phone, and 1990s, I closed a deal, which is my client's UK based, but they are in Malaysia. Every time we want to do a discussion, we will do teleconversations. But we don't have that video call or anything. So we have to gather. Normally we go to Sunway Hotel in their meeting room, and we do a teleconversations with a London-based company. So it takes us about 3 years to close the whole deals. But now I think we can shorten the period of closing deals by, at that time also, not everybody using internet, using email. We only use fax at that time. So I think with the technology now, with WhatsApp, with email, with video call, we can shorten the whole things. But this has been using in Europe country. They practice without seeing each other. We can close the deal with teleconversations or via call. They can comment on our national land code by a representative, which is like away in Korea or away in Hong Kong. We just call them, the rep here call them, ask them to comment on the SPA or on the land matters via the call, and they just like, okay, I'm on the road halfway, let me pull the car, and just comments on that. So I've been like involved with this transformation from 1980s. That is how technology helps us to fasten the decision and to fasten the whole.
Yes, I mean, it's moving so fast that we need to know what's happening. I think that's most important. You know, Instagram, we heard about Instagram. I tried Instagram, I think 3-4 years ago, but I never really got into it. Now Instagram is the thing. Can you imagine if I had been mastered it 3 years ago? I would be king now, you know. And not only that, I think the apps in the market, there are so many apps that can help an agent calculating, converting from hectares to acres and all that. I think some of you who have come for the NCC classes, I've shared with you bank rates, you know, on the spot, calculating how much exactly is the repayment, and many others. In fact, there are a few other apps that's in the market which we don't even talk about, which is already in America. Agents are using it. So I think it's important. It's here to help us. But I think I totally agree with Juliana. End of the day, it is the human touch. Even if it's technology, you speak over the phone, you send the message through words, it is still communication, and I think that's important. Next question, with seven people voting for it, is what are the market opportunities foreseen for property agents next year? Market for you, is it going up, going down? How? Juliana, quickly.
Market was still going up. Okay, it was still going up. Just carry on what you do. Focus at your area. I encourage all of you. Keep on going.
And the market will go up.
No. It's us. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. Going to be good.
For my side here, it's go up, go down. It doesn't mean today, this year, total transactions, for example, is like 100 billion. The next year go down 0 billion. It doesn't go that way. So how much goes to you? So I always inspired by Juliana. Whenever she said the personal touch, build your database, they are still transactions, no matter good or bad, whether it goes to you or goes to others. So be present, actively put yourself up via all the technologies. Definitely take care. This is a new word that I have learned today. I mentioned I focus in this area. She says, I take care of this area. I said, wow, that's a different level.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. We learn from each other. How about you, Patrick?
Okay, for me, no matter how the market up or down, there's still an opportunity. Yeah, so the only thing is it we all ready for the market or not? Yeah, no matter up and down, there is opportunity. Yeah.
All right, so I think we have heard that the market is out there. If you're not, that's why I always said, are you in the market? Just now, there was a figure shown, $320 billion worth of transaction in 2017. 320 billion property sold. That is including government deals, developers, sub-sale, industrial, commercial, 320 billion. Out of that, I've estimated this many years ago, which has been now accepted even by the ministers. We do around 60% of that. 60% of that is in the region of 90 billion. 90 billion are done by estate agents. How much did you do last year? 90 billion done by estate agents. How much did we do? So don't stop. I want to say this to you. Stop crying about the market. The market is there. Go and grab the market. Okay, that's from me. Next question. Yeah. I know time's up, but this is an important question. 2 minutes. Yeah, I know. Alicia, stop. Alicia? Okay, stop, law. Okay. That question, isn't it? Yeah, I remember that. That question was what? 6 words. Okay, what are the top 3 challenges that an agent face when closing deal, and how do you tackle them? So, quickly, 3 top challenges you face when closing deal. One.
Agent face when closing a deal. For me, myself, and my team, whenever we close a deal, it's always a requirement. We ourselves fall in love with the property. It's about belief. So I see agents where they can't close the deal, where they themselves look at the so-called the excuses and the obstacles. Agents, the client give them a so-called a first no. Then they say, yeah, I think that's true. Okay lah, never mind, we wait for the next deal. Okay lah, this is not the best project. Come lah, I introduce you to the next and the next and the next project. So it's wherever they didn't decide, this is it, that's the best for this client based on their experience, and I want to close this deal. So it's the determination and the belief. They are lacking of this.
Determination and belief. Okay,
belief,
take
that's
that
the
out.
best.
Determination and belief. Patrick?
For me, the challenge, I think, is from the agent itself. Because this is their patient, and then is this they really present well, or they understand the customer need or not. They're too large for closing, so they're facing challenge when do the closing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Munira? Bagilah, you are the most experienced here.
Time doesn't permit. It take me
Satu
1 day.
saja.
Okay. I always use this secret is PETS. P-E-T. Positioning yourself, positioning your clients. Mean you position your clients, you position your products. So it's positionings. Positioning yourself, actually, it takes years. How do you position yourself in the market? It cannot be like what Juliana did. It takes years. E, actually, is expertise. That is how you acquire your knowledge. I can share one of my experience last time, 1989, when I did the deal. There is no no legal firm like this. If you want to sign an agreement, I have to drive my car from Subang Jaya to Jalan Pudu. Most of the legal firm is only Jalan Pudu. Harpa, Kapal, all those things. So it took me 1 day to sign an agreement. But at that time, I am able to explain all the clauses in sales and purchase agreement. My lawyer just sit beside me. I'm the one who explain clause by clause to my clients. That is how I acquire knowledge. That is expertise. And of course, along the time, I closed the big deal. Of course, you have to know what is the legal part, what is the governance by government, what is the building by law, all those things. That is how you acquire and you can take by you. And the last one is T, target market. You have to know your target market. You cannot go around and hit your head and sell to anybody in the town. So you save your time. You know who is your target market, who to sell, and definitely come by database. You sort your database, you have database. If you get this type of property, who to sell to. I think these 3 secrets I've been using and I've been teaching in my class.
Okay,
PET.
PET.
Yes.
Pet.
Keep
Okay.
your pets.
No secret. Okay, I encourage all of you to start motivate your client. Motivate on the price. Motivate of how are you going to package it. So it's the motivate that we got to do. Then you can see. After you do that, then you will see the changes. Thank you.
In conclusion, I've got my own sharing with you. Just now, Yao Long ended his speech by saying, "See you at the top." And that's said by Zig Ziglar. And I learned this some 30 years ago. He also said, whatever you vividly imagine, what do you imagine? Oh, I want to be the top producer. I want to be top in project marketing. I want to be the top negotiator. I want to win the award this year. Whatever you vividly imagine, ardently desire, you berkobar-kobar, you nak benda tu. Really, you really want it, and you enthusiastically work on it, it will evidently come to pass. So that's what he said, and I worked on it. And I tell you, it has worked for me. It has worked for so many other agents that I worked with. So I want to thank, I think this has been quite a long dialogue, man. My God, I never had a dialogue this long. So, and so many things. So thank you very much, Caleb. Thank you very much, Patrick, Juan Munira, and Juliana. Thank you very much. Thank you for being so patient. I think you have got not only a mouthful, but a lot of hateful of things. Go out there and be the best you can be. Thank you very much.